Hello to the channel. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for watching again. I'm not going to baffle on for too much tonight because after I upload this, I'm going to be joining Quinny live to have a chat about the prize pools announcement. So I'm going to discuss it a wee bit here, but I have done a bit of work earlier, just picking the teams and stuff sort of off camera. Here's one I made earlier. That's what they used to do in the cookery programs on. Like, here's one I made earlier. So anyway, what we're going to do is have a quick look at the best fixtures for the game weekend, and then once we've done that, talk through teams. Find it quite useful as well because a lot of games on the go just now, and the teams who are playing in Europe, etc., are probably going to rotate a wee bit at the weekend. It's frustrating, like seeing like Fenerbahce get a pretty good fixture and stuff, but then they're playing away at USG tonight, and then they've got the return leg, so you've got to anticipate a couple of bits and pieces of rotation. So Feyenoord look a kind of standout fixture for that, midweek game, best fixture really, high clean sheet percentage, expected team goals. Leipzig again, pretty good fixture. Benfica interesting, so they're just kicking off as I record this against the Rangers. They've got quite a good fixture this weekend as well, and they've got lots of options there. So playing like guys like Neres and things tonight. I thought they'll rotate a bit at the weekend. Fenerbahce, as I mentioned. Bayern Munich, back to a bit more form, winning 3-0 against Lazio, so pretty good fixture. Galatasaray, again, good fixture. Arsenal just playing superb at the moment, so seems to be the whole advice just now, just buy Arsenal players, but they're pretty expensive as a result. PSV, again, really good fixture as well. So I went over this earlier on the week, but just I've left this up here. Just so that everybody can have a look at it, give you an idea. The teams on the left-hand side are the teams who have the good fixtures. So you've got Zagreb, AZ, Copenhagen, who have a few minted cards, Real Madrid, no real surprise there, Paris Saint-Germain, Leverkusen coming back and getting a really good 2-2 draw after being 2-0 down, but again, they rotated a bit too. So I do quite like the usability of this new feature here, so it's kind of good, and we'll go through the teams. I've got it filtered just now, so we'll go to all, and then we'll go to my lineups as well, and then we'll just go through them one by one, and then we'll have a chat with update. First thing is in season Premier League. Phil Foden's away. I'm not really that hopeful for this lineup, to be honest. I mean, who knows whether Verbruggen's going to play or not. Problem I've got this weekend as well is Liverpool are playing City, and that's teams I've got a lot of cards with. So yeah, just sort of putting that in, but more out of hope rather than expectation, to be honest. Cap 240 limited against no Celtic game this weekend. It looks as if there's a Celtic game from that, but there's not. Celtic playing a cup, so these are just kind of stragglers from the Celtic collections, although Michael Johnson's playing a bit like prime Ronaldo at the moment. All-Star Rare, so Kim Jin-hoon and Hong Ji-in-ho have got a double game week, so they play against Suwon and then play against somebody else. Can't remember, I think it's actually Ulsan, but they've got a double game week, so that's always quite handy. Jonas Hoffman didn't play tonight, so I think he'll come back in. Felipe Silva really appears quite high on the projected scores, and James Maddison. So again, away at Aston Villa, that's a tough game, but Aston Villa playing tonight, so they did rotate a wee bit. Tough game against Ajax. All-Star Rare Plus, I'll be really sad to see this go, I must admit. Proper sad. Really like this competition, but there we go. Angus Gunn, so you'll see in the spreadsheet here, clean sheet percentage for Norwich is 59%. So it's a bit of a tough one because Norwich were rotten midweek, but there we go. So you can all play the game in front of you. Adrian Monfrey's been really reliable for me. Bruno Fernandes, everybody will know him. Felipe Silva, as mentioned, and Messi. So again, we can sit on these teams again in the morning and see what happens. Messi and Suarez are away at Nashville in the CONCACAF thing, I think. So cap 220 rare. Some reasonably good sort of players in here. Well, Guiri's better than reasonably good, but his form's a lot better recently. Kavlaina, I think it's hit or miss whether he's going to play, but taking that chance to play him against Rudez, who are absolutely honking. Cap 240, again, Michael Johnson playing really well. Huddersfield don't really seem to be too good. David Neres, interesting one. He's playing tonight against Rangers, so maybe he won't start the weekend. I'll maybe reconsider that, but again, it's pretty good fixture and could score from the bench. Cap 270 rare. Take the chance to play Saliba in here. Could kind of go more of a full stack with Arsenal. I don't know. I'll consider that. They don't always score that well in defence and attack at the same time. So, a lot of the stacks done pretty well in the Premier League in season, but, playing like Sheffield United and stuff. So, Zian Suzuki, good fixture against Eupen. Phil Foden, again, I think she's been playing really, really well. Didn't play midweek, so should be fresh. Mauro Icardi and Gressel was in there for the cap. Challenger Europe rare, so Martin van der Voort, pretty good home fixture. Not a high projected score, but he's not really been keeping too many clean sheets, so that's got to be taken into account. Douglas Santos does what he says in the tin. Good to have him back. Tadic is one I might take out tomorrow, actually, because he's starting tonight, so I'll need to see his minutes tonight. Might just play another mid there, but it's a really good fixture against Pendixpor. Luisha and Janssen have a really good fixture as well. Cotright have been shite. My poet and I don't know it. Challenger Europe Rare Plus, so a rare foray into this without Celtic players. So again, Ferdi Kadioglu is frustratingly on the bench tonight, so that's a pain in the backside. Tadic, Szymanski. So Tadic and Szymanski are starting, so I might have to rethink this. I don't know, see what the options are. Boscagli, pretty easy option. Trubin, has been absolutely superb, but I'm going to have a look at that, I think, just in the rotation risk. I might just do it. I mean, suppose you can only play the best fixtures in front of you, especially when, Feyenoord play really well, you've got to have peak scores. Champion America Ray, so Ray, rare. Rodrigo Ray, I was thinking about Rodrigo Ray already. Pretty difficult fixture against River. He just puts up a really good AA, so if he keeps it under 3 goals, I'd imagine he'll do a good score. Valentin Gomez, really been sort of singing his praises for a while, pretty solid. Good future ahead of himself. Canales, really good fixture, and Suarez and Lorenzo Insigne. Big Lorenzo. Champion America Rare Plus, I kind of like this one actually, to be honest. The only thing is this UCA, so they've sacked their manager. Guy Lay was playing, they've got this sort of rule, they need some under 20 player or whatever, I don't know. So I don't know if that affects his position, but he seems to have done pretty well, so I'm going to go with him. I do have Joe Willis, but it's against Miami, and if anything, Miami do scoring a few goals, so there we go. It's kind of hard to play him in that fixture, it just seems like a bad one to use him. Johan Romana has been really pretty solid, so probably a 10 incoming now I said that. Canales, big Giacomakis, and Carles Gale was rested midweek, so Atalanta is not the easiest of games, but yeah, it's Carles Gale, right? It's just extended. I think he'll be buzzing. Asia, so Lee Guang Yi and Nagadu, really good first game. Matthias Vargas still at Port. Issa Kalon's moved, and Kuryu Matsuki's pretty hard fixture actually, but he's at home, he's on sets, etc. Champion Asia Rare Plus, so I'm getting some caffeine into me here after a long day of reading announcements. Osako and Araki have got a pretty good defensive fixture. Yunbek Gram puts in really good AAs, etc. Edgar Silva and Cezinha. I think Cezinha will start now. He came to the bench at the weekend, so I think he should start. Get into the fun now. So Champion Euro Rare. Again, I've got Kelleher, I've got Ederson and stuff. I think a few goals in Liverpool and Man City, so I'm just going to try and avoid that fixture. Majuki, really good fixture for Ramos against Almeria, who are going down. Odegaard, home game against Brentford. Mo Salah, come on, scored tonight, and Kevin De Bruyne. So as a kind of strategy of, we want to see a few goals in Liverpool City, so 0-0 maybe he's incoming. Hradecki rested or doesn't play in the European games. Should be back in for Leverkusen. Nico Schlotterbeck, very reliable. Chris Furic, think, pretty high projected score in the 60s anyway. Lewandowski and Declan Rice. So I could probably mix it up a wee bit and maybe have more of an Arsenal stack. I don't know, that's probably a strategy I need to consider. Not going to spend too much time going over second division because it's not really something that's that strong, I don't think. Under 23 rare, so Jungdal, really good home game. Geertruida, really excellent fixture against Heracles. I think he'll put in a good score there. Max Kakere has been really reliable. Musiala, I know sometimes every so often after European games it gets rotated, so there's always a risk there, but you've got to sort of pick your best players, can still do some damage from the bench. And Schlotterbeck. Under 23 Rare Plus, quite like this team. So there's kind of some rumours surrounding Thiago Almada, but the Revs are a pretty good team, but Atlanta at home are usually quite good from an attacking point of view. Trubin, like 1 out of 100. Love that card. Sugawara, I think, pretty good home fixture. Need to double check the play sharper, etc., just to make sure that. There we go. I was talking about Benfica and Rangers scored. What is going on these days? Oh man, honestly, disappointing. So I just want to double check. Is there something in my head about Sugawara? I can't remember why I've got something in my head about Sugawara, but did he come off injured or something? He did. It's only 60%, so I need to keep an eye on that for Sugawara. Pretty good fixture though, so just a reminder for myself. Stop talking about Rangers. Bilal Elkanous, getting pretty good home fixture as well. Not really too strong. I mean, these are really good players in the All-Star Super Rare, etc., but nothing hugely strong. I mean, obviously I've got a lot of Celtic Super Rares, so that kind of buggers things up a bit. But loads of good chances there. I mean, again, Puig's got a really high projected score on the sheet, but Nashville are usually pretty good at home. I do think that actually midfield-wise, that's where they struggle a wee bit. They've got Hani Mukhtar playing up front, good at the back and stuff like that, but I think Puig should do okay. And then, yeah, nothing really else that I'm really that sort of strong on. So anyway, I'm going to take this time now to have a wee chat about or dive into the transition phase. So have a look at the blog. Everybody knows quite a lot of sort of changes and everything and so rare. So I'm going to be on with Quinny live, just to have a chat about it, see what people's questions are, see what everybody thinks. Let's have a quick sifty through the blog and have a summary of it. So I'm not going to spend hours going over it because obviously I'm going on with Quinny as well. I'm going to move myself up here. Just do this on the go, guys. You see all these people with fancy videos and they're editing and stuff. Nah, just have to listen to my shite for half an hour. As a reminder, I've been waiting on you. You're late. It's not too bad, only a week late. So by so rare standards, that's not too bad. Yeah. Sorry, guys. More exciting rewards. What's an exciting reward? Fuck me. We've been waiting a while for them, haven't we? Simplified competition structure. I wish I'd stop saying simplified. I'm finding it quite complicated at the moment, but I think it might make more sense in terms of simplification when changes come in, because we've got this transition in the old competitions. But yeah, simple, I'm not really sure on. Crystal clear progression. I mean, I do like this division structure stuff, so come back to that in terms of progression. So we know what's going to be happening. The Premier League competition was on. We have champion, we have challenger and contender. Obviously, that's a big change. Celtic and contender. We've got MLS, Brazil and stuff, and challenger. So a bit of a mix up, not quite as regional based, which is a bit more confusing. But obviously, it's been done also in stats to make all the divisions fair. Under 23 is good. One thing to remember with that is that multiple entries in that don't start until August. So it's good that under 23 is untouched, but most of the demand I think will come for next season. Global All-Star, there's no plus there. There's no pro anymore, but there is an All-Star, so I guess that'll help over the summer, putting some pieces together until everybody's built, and 270, 240 and 220. So still got to beat the caps and 240, etc. if you've already been playing. So we've got the card cycle loop. I think people are kind of overlooking this. Like, if you look at the old classic cards, are getting really quite cheap now. So like people are like, oh yeah, so we need to buy new cards to win cash. So I get all that, and I get you need a lot of in-season cards and stuff to enter. But I think there's still got a bit of value in the classic competitions, or classic cards. Blah blah blah. Sorry. Please note that the prize pools are okay. Here are the prize pools for in-season and classic, rare, champions, and rare contenders. I don't know why they put champions and contenders in here. There is an expanded bit, so I'm going to go through the update, and then at the end we'll go through the overview of the actual competitions. I think they're just showing the kind of one extreme to another. So it's like here we want to talk about the EPL and all the leagues that we like, and here's all the leagues that we don't like anymore. I'm kidding. So $2,200 for rare in-season champions. So bear in mind this is in addition to the Premier League competition. So you're going to have in-season champion, in-season Premier League. Next season you're going to have in-season La Liga and in-season Bundesliga. And what kind of strikes me here is that it's actually a pretty good sort of distribution across the different divisions. So I mean, you can still win $800 for first and Division 2. I think, but you know, one of the most common things is people say, the big galleries will have like 3 entries and stuff. Well, if they're really strong teams with 3 entries, they'll mostly end up in Division 1. So I think there's still something to go at there for everyone. And bear in mind, this is extra cash, right? It's not extra cash in that Sorare kind of moved it from when they were paying it out to the thresholds and stuff. So it's not extra cash. Sorare are not paying out more money than they were before, but it's cash going into competitive areas. In-season contenders. Don't know if I want to talk about contenders. I'm still greeting about Celtic. So it's just to explain that. I mean, obviously, when you know Celtic cards all been priced or demand has been one of the best teams in the platform and stuff, stacks in the platform, but people are often using it also in All Star, sometimes maybe under 23s. A lot of young players, particularly gets midweek games and stuff. Your choice challenger or All Star. It's going to be a big difference as well because obviously when you come to classic competitions, like who you're going to be able to actually sort of win. So you're not going to be able to win a Messi anymore, or be able to win like some of the champion cards and stuff. So there we go. But it's what it is. I'm going to shut up now before I start reading. Prize pool, rare classic champions. So one thing that really sort of struck me with this stuff is, you need to get your spectacles out. Hang on, I'll get my binoculars out and I can see what this says here. Actually, I should really just expand it, but that would involve being clever. So if you come first in Division 1, then you get a star and $1,300. There's only cash getting paid out the top in Division 1, so you're not really getting any cash at all, in the lower divisions. But you can still win a star in Division 2 and Division 3. So I mean, imagine like you come first in Division 3 and you win an Mbappe or whatever, So I don't know what the rules in that'll be, whether Division 1's got to get better win Division 3 or whatever, but still good. And then you've got this boxes thing as well. So top 5% in Division 1 getting 3 elite boxes, and elite boxes contain stars to Tier 3 rare cards and Tier 3 and Tier 4 super rare cards or level up items. So, you could get a chance at that. So if you come first, you're going to get a star, you're going to get $1,300, you get 3 chances at winning something as well. And then the boxes get kind of slightly worse as you go down. I don't mind that so much. I mean, one of the good things about having the box concept is that, if you come first in Division 2 or first in Division 3, you win a star. But also then in Division 3, you get 3 standard boxes, and you can win Tier 1 to Tier 5 rare cards. So you still get 3 other chances then to win a good card as well. So there's going to be a random element, probably a lot of greeting about that. Oh, my luck's terrible, I never win anything, all that sort of stuff. But it's actually then giving people who come, say, top 25%, so, all right, they pay out top 100 in cards, but then you get a card plus you get a box as well. So you get that excitement of, I've come like 24% or whatever, come at 99th because there's 400 entries. I've sneaked in, but I've still got a chance of winning a Tier 1 rare. So I kind of do like that excitement-wise. Like, it's giving people that thought that they're got a chance of winning something. And contender, so $650. So see, it's not a million miles away from what you can win in Classic and stuff. Sorry, not Classic. Challenger. Too many terms on this. My heat's bursting. Similar setup there as well. And then these stars you're going to win in contenders are star, contenders. So you're not going to be winning Mbappe or anything here. Remember that, obviously. We'll go back to the dedicated blog. Tiering adjustments for league-specific pools. So where they've got league-specific pool for like EPL, then it's going to be top 5% for Star, top 10% for Tier 1. I don't know why they're doing that. It's maybe just because they don't want to over-reward the same players. Some of these guys will also be stars elsewhere. Sounds to me a bit watered down in star pools, but I don't know. I like, the price of the top players is going to rise, so maybe there'll be more valuable players and just talking rubbish, but it does sound as if it's kind of getting watered down a wee bit, but there we go. Tiering adjustment for unique pools, so there's only going to be 3 tiers for unique pools. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to be competitive in unique, so who cares? We'll just skip past that. I really don't like that, but the unique, I have given that feedback to Sorare, like there's only like 1 division in unique. So like, how's anybody going to be able to win against these maniacs who are spending millions and all that sort of stuff? So hopefully they reconsider that. Like all the divisions all have different, all the scarcities of different divisions. Unique doesn't. So, and all the caps are going. So that just seems a bit moronic to me. But anyway, sorry if you're watching this. Don't know if they do watch me. Probably just listen to all my feedback. All my rants that I send them from time to time. How will it work in each scarcity? Right, so this is important. So they've created like a sort of ELO thing where it's based on your gallery strength. So like if you've got like really good challenger, like you've got loads of challenger stars in your gallery for limited, you might get into basically to the top division. So how it's going to work is like, for example, they'll place you in the top division, they'll place you in Division 2. If you want to enter a second team and you've been placed in Division 2, your second team will go into the division below that. If you want to enter 3 teams, then your teams will go into those 2 divisions and one will start at the bottom in Division 5. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So for example, you've got not a huge gallery, but you've got a really strong challenger gallery where you've got Joey Veermans and Joey Veermans and MLS cards and really good Brazilian cards and stuff. I nearly said Celtic's non-challenger. So you'll be placed in the top division. If you buy or you want to enter another team, then you'll go into Division 2. And if you've got another team you want to chuck in, you'll go into Division 5, because it'll be 1, 2 and 5, or 2, 3 and 5, or 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so one of your team's going to have to actually work up. Who the fuck did this graphic? It wasn't me. That looks like one of my graphics. What a compliment to Sorare that is. They finally got to make bride levels of shiteness. So it looks like somebody's done a nice graphic here, and somebody said, "Why don't we just put a picture of this, like this World Cup thing on it?" I don't know. Like, is that a World Cup? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Sorry, we're just having a laugh at it. It's just like, there's another one. Look, it's going in a different direction. It's like genius. I didn't design it, honestly. I didn't. I promise I didn't design it. I can't take a screenshot still, so. Right, moving on. Closer look at the rewards boxes. Yeah, I mean, I think the rewards boxes will be kind of quite exciting, bring a bit of excitement back, a wee bit of randomness. It's a bit more gambly, but I mean, people seem to like that type of stuff. I mean, FIFA's always been really popular. Ultimate Champions, people really like the pack openings and stuff. So, that's what it is. You will get people saying, "Oh, this guy came 24% and that's not even a word. He came away at the bottom and he won an Mbappe, and this is not fair because I've had 3 boxes and I've had shite." But people just have to understand that there's a random element to that. So it's not the same as coming third and saying this is crap because guy 2 below me got a way more valuable reward. There is an element of randomness on it, and your chances will change as well. Approximately 25% of lineups receiving boxes. So what I like about this is it's a percentage. So you'll have your top payouts, then you have a 25%. The reason the percentage is important is because if more people enter, they'll give out more boxes. If less people enter, they'll give out less boxes. So that's kind of scalable, whereas thresholds obviously weren't. unleashing special weeklies. So instead of 2 or 3 month long competitions, they're going to do more limited special weeklies. So this one sounds quite good. Asia and America special weeklies. So we're going to have an MLS Masters, and it's going to have 150k in cash or F prizes split across 3 game weeks. So that's like $50,000 per game week. Don't say I'm not good at maths, kids. Entry requirements. So slightly more lenient than in season. So you can have 2 classic season limited, 2 classic season rares, 3 classic season super rares, and 3 classic season uniques. So that's actually not too bad on it. I mean, in all seriousness, 280 cap. So again, slightly higher than the 270 for the EPL, and you can have 3 entries as well. So if you want to go mental buying new cards, you can do, and you can use your existing season cards. So I like that. Limited $37,000 worth, rare $60,000 worth, and that's across obviously and so it doesn't give you the actual breakdown, but we know it's going to be quite top heavy for the podium. There's going to be a K-League one. So we've already got K-League cards. We'll definitely have J-League cards soon because there's going to be a J-League one. So we'd have to have cards because you need in-season cards to enter it. So that's pretty good. More to come. That's should change it from own your game to So Rare coming soon, shouldn't we? Hope you're watching, Nicholas. Should trademark that. So Rare coming soon. Sorry, I probably hate me at the moment. The fun does not end here. What the fuck's fun? Well, has anybody been having fun for the last 6 months to a year? Anyway, I'm sure we have been having fun. I'm only kidding. So we'll have other stuff including cards, jerseys, merchandise, real world experiences. Sounds pretty good. What was the thing I liked here? Yeah, the Latin America stuff. So there was mention here of, I can't remember if it was in here, maybe having like special weeklies that surround the Sudamericana and stuff like that. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Yeah, the Latin America regional competitions in April. The only thing I don't like about this, I will tell you 2 weeks before, it's kind of hard to plan for that, right? I'd rather it was a month's notice, or I'd rather more notice, but 2 weeks, I don't know. I mean, it might still create good demand and stuff like that, I get that, but I just like to plan my gallery in advance. I like to start the season, look at what's happening later. Start the season, I'm looking at stuff like what's happening at Christmas. So you buy the wife more lamps and Christmas presents, all that sort of stuff. But no, but just for like quieter game weeks and targeting under 23s and who's still playing and all that sort of stuff demand. But anyway, 2 weeks notice, guess not bad. Might have some tactics in So Rare Pro. I wish I'd just keep that in Rivals. I just thought, I don't mind Rivals, but it's just for fun, right? And like the tactic in Pro is just avoid a DMP. It's like get 5 players out, you've got a chance. And then they need to score well too. So we'll get 2 weeks notice, okay. Well, the global competitions are All-Stars still in place, and they'll be more ambitious next season. So that'll be the point where they'll go, oh, all the contender cards are worth fuck all, because you can't win any All-Star cards, so actually we'll need to have some competitions where you can win good cards. So that's probably what will happen there. Coin rewards, don't think anybody really cares that much. Probably need to change it a wee bit. Common cards. Card availability before season. I think we'll probably want to get the cards out as soon as possible. It'd be really good if it came to like August and EPL was starting and you could buy the cards in the week leading up to the EPL. That would be proper hype. You'd know when this, special weekly coming for the second week, and everybody would be going absolutely tonto after France have won the Euros. Probably England after I said that one. Right, so I did promise we'd have a look through the individual competition stuff. I did say we wouldn't speak for too long. We've been on for bloody ages already. So thanks very much for watching. If you're still at this point and you haven't fallen asleep, it's bedtime. Prize pools reveal. In-season champion. So I mean, if you look at the price of limited, right, Mbappe's like 300 quid or something, but you can win $1,100 in limited in-season Division 1. So cards arguably are a bit underpriced. I think there's scope there. Also, look at the division across the different divisions, funnily enough. So you get $5 for top 190, Division 2, top 280 in Division 3, top 270 in Division 4, and top 130 in Division 5. And then it's obviously it's competition, which is kind of what we're supposed to be doing. So yeah, I mean, I think it's quite a good distribution. I think what people will start doing now is, where there's more focus on end season, is kind of think of cards more as kind of almost entry fees, right? So it's like, okay, how many chances am I going to get across this season at winning $600 first or whatever, or what can I win, can I return with them? So, and the other thing I've got to mention about cash is that when you win cash, you're not really disappointed, right? Like, okay, like you might, like somebody concedes in the last minute and you go from $100 to $55, but you get $55 and you can withdraw it, you can buy who you want. The problem is people get cards, oh, I'm going to win Mbappe, don't get Mbappe. Oh, I've not got Mbappe. What are they going to do then? They go to the market, oh, nobody's buying my card. Then they get an offer, oh, I thought that was worth 300 quid. This guy's only giving me 250. Then they sell it and then they're all disappointed. And then they forget to realise that they're 250 quid up. So anyway, that's my rant for the night. But the point there, I think, is that if you win the cash, then you get what you've been told you're going to get. Limited in-season Premier League. Let's not talk about Sorare EPL anymore. It's Sorare EPL now, and that's it. Like, fuck everybody else. Sorry. I should shut up. I'm leaning on the Guinness. I've only had some caffeine, right? Sorry. In-season challengers. Not interested in Celtic or not in that anymore. In-season contenders. So yeah, I mean, between contender and challenger, it's pretty similar, to be honest. Not a huge difference. So that's reassuring. So like PSV and everything have been shafted as much as Celtic. Feel better now. Rare in-season champion seems pretty good. So you get $2,200 first in Division 1, or you can play the EPL one, or you play the Bundesliga one and stuff. So it's kind of good, and it'll boost those leagues and stuff, and they've got good partnerships, hopefully, with those leagues. So that's nice. So we've got Champion, Premier League, Challenger, Contenders. $1,000 for first. I mean, somebody, so we're talking about other prizes exciting. Not really, no. I don't think it is, but $1,000, but if you think back the history of prices and so there, and winning guys like Mbappe and Bellingham who are like worth a few thousand and stuff, is that exciting? Not really, no. I don't think it is. So I think there's work to do there, but maybe there'll be some scope to do some work on that as the new season cards come out and as the thresholds go. Super rare in-season champion, really nice. I know that's probably not be that relevant to a lot of people, but obviously if we need all ends of the game working pretty well. So 1,800 for first in Division 1 of Challenger, 700 for Division 2, and then even 600 for Division 2 and Super Rare in season. So it doesn't look like many rewards, but bear in mind you're going to have classic competitions as well. During this, you've still got caps running as well. So I think it's actually pretty good. Honestly, I do think it's pretty good. I think it's okay, honestly. Unique, probably never won any of them. So anyway, or not now. Anyway, it's just like you don't even have a sort of. You used to have like kick off and. You have like 240 and 270 and stuff, and it's like, nah, just chuck everybody in the same division now. That's a great idea, yeah. Don't worry about that division. We only want people who are millionaires, not anybody that wants to progress through the game. So, there we go. That's my thoughts on it. I'm going to get this uploaded. If you started watching this and you think, I just really like all that shit he was talking there, so I want to ask him some questions, I should be appearing as a special guest on Quinny's channel, and we'll chat through it. And we'll see what everyone else is saying. So anyways, good luck for the weekend. I will be reviewing the teams again tomorrow after I see what happens, who's played for how many minutes tonight, European games, etc. It's a pretty hard spell at the moment with rotations and things. So it's good having loads of games, but it's been a bit more difficult as well. But anyways, appreciate everybody watching. If you're playing this weekend, we end in customary fashion. Good luck and go fuck